Shalom,
Shalom.
shalom. Once again, our praises and glory to Yahweh,
Basham Yahushai. Basham Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of TMS Raising Stone. Peace and salutation to all you brothers and pushing sword in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. This is the brothers from GMS Guyana. We're here with another lesson, to edify, to bring out this word, to warn the people, to prepare for Yahweh coming, prepare for all the hell that is about to come on the earth, and prepare for what the devil is about to do. And when I say devil, I'm talking about Esau, right? The father of the Edomites, right? They are the people who are in rulership today. They are the ones that is calling shots. They are the ones that is causing all the chaos, right? And the reason why they're doing it is to change the system and to come in with a solution, order out the chaos, order up kill. So this man is creating the problem and then he can come with the solution. And the solution to all these problems can be what? The chip. The MOTB. So we got a couple of videos, that we can show, and then we can, go into some scriptures, right? For those places that this, when you see the video, for those places that this are happening, guess what? It can start happening soon to a place near you, right? This war is between Iran and America, but guess what? The whole earth can feel the effects of it.
That's right.
Right? And this is not by mistake. This is a plan that the elites have to crash the system. Right? So as we see things going closer, to World War III, closer to the ship becoming mandatory, closer to Yahushua making his great return, things gonna get worse, right? So we could start with the precept, Revelation 12 and 12, and then we can play the video. Because through the prophets, Esau has been revealed as the wicked, right? All the lies, you know, everything that this man set up that is against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and is wicked, guess what? The true prophets reveal it throughout the four corners of the earth. So this man can't hide, and he know that, hey, his time is short, so he's about to do what he got to do who see, right? But
And Revelation 12 and verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice you heaven, and you that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
God, it said, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. The word woe go back to what? Destruction, right? Woe means a bad time, right? And days will coming to people on the earth, bad times, right? And it's not gonna be just be in Iran. It's not gonna be just be in America. This is called Jacob's trouble, right? And it said Jacob's trouble is coming to try those that dwell upon the face of the earth, throughout the four corners of the earth. And we could get it in Revelation, I think it's 3 and 10. And if you could roll that, and yeah, continue.
And it says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
And who's the devil? The Edomites, those that run this earth today. He coming down having great wrath because he know that he rulership, kingdom, he dominion is but a short time. Look how Iran signed up to America alone, showing you that, hey, America is weak. They're falling. There's a sinking ship that going down. Just like the Titanic. They said the Titanic, before the Titanic make it for sale, they boast upon it and say, hey, They say would never destroy. This would never sink. And guess what? The most I sink it, the false voyage, and just right now, the Americans through the army, through the military force, they think, well, hey, nothing can happen to them, nothing can touch them. When you listen to Trump and Rubio and these men talk, they talk with a lot of pride. But guess what? The ship's sinking, right?
Get a Revelation if you want it.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept my word for
My
Of my
patience.
of
patience.
of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation,
Mm-hmm.
which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Can so the hour temptation can come upon the entire world to try every single body that dwell upon the face of the earth. And this is the time that we're heading into. And when it can be real ramped up is at the time of the MOTB becoming mandatory, whether you take it or it be put to death. And this is gonna happen throughout the earth.
We have precept.
Go ahead.
There's Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14 say, so great day of Yahweh is near, it is near, and hasteneth greatly, even the voice of the day of Yahweh is the mighty man shall cry bitterly.
Mm-hmm.
And that will show you this what we see. Mighty man cry out bitterly. Just that we seen Trump already crying, but what? He want show what? The small country, hey, he weekend and stuff like that because they still want to show, hey, they are what? They are the big dogs. But what? They becoming what? The small dog now. The
Mm-hmm.
smaller country was weak before, showing themselves, hey, we are strong now. We could defend ourselves. We could do whatever we want. And what causing chaos upon upon the earth? It being what? Gas shortage. And once it being gas shortage, you will get a food shortage because what? A lot of foods now. A lot of foods now. The store, the factory, working with what gas and what fuel. And even if the trucks we got transport these things are working with what gas. If not like before, we used to plant our cassava or sweet potato or plantain and our greens and depend upon that. It's not like that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but we can go back to them things. You know, this why the scripture says, "Seek ye what the old parts."
Can
You know, because if you depend upon this system, guess what? You definitely gotta take the chip to function in this system.
can
But the elect, they can be take care of by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they can be out of the system. The scripture says in Mark or in John 17, it's I will how do you quote the Bible? Anyway, the thought escaped me. You got precept? I just know. Let me just play this. So this is a video showing a line how people line up for gas, right?
Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
And all this is because of the war in Iran.
right.
And the Strait of Hormuz being closed, whereby no shipping getting for transport fuel. And this is in Thailand, not Thailand. This is in the Philippines, right? Today, the Philippine president announced a state of emergency, and they start rationing the gas and they're asking people to travel less, use less gas, bathe less, and all this kind of thing. And guess what? It can only get worse. Once the war continues, it's going to get worse. So guess what? People gonna start invading people's house looking for gas.
That's right.
Just like in the movie, what the movie name, boy?
Boko Eli.
Just like in the book of Eli, and they got a next one with some people wearing masks, man, and they're driving some vehicle in the desert, man. I forget the movie name, but
In the desert.
yeah, I
Oh,
forget.
I know his one, but I know the movie name.
Name escaped me. But anyway, let me play the rest of the video.
Millions of free Charm Place holidays available with 22 kilograms of baggage included.
So there's a whole long line of people line up waiting for gas. So the whole earth is in a uproar right now, because look at this. Cuba right now is in what, blackout,
That's right.
and not that they can't afford to buy gas or buy fuel, but America blockade the shore that no fuel can pass.
Hmm.
And then after then they go and start a war that no fuel can pass again. So this is strategic move to cripple the world economy to bring in the new system.
Yeah, what piece of it, so?
Right.
There's Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. It said, never trust thy enemy, for like an iron rusted, so is wickedness.
Yep.
And now going back to what Trump and his what wickedness. That are we setting up things to what bring what the MOTB for ushering the MOTB, and we glad and all to the MOTB when ushering and all too. But people aren't seeing it is wickedness, but we seen it is as wickedness, but we want it to happen.
Yep.
Because we not looking forward to take what the MOTB.
Hey, just like the beloved Apostle Tahar always say, hey, as the MOTB becomes mandatory, things gonna move quick.
Can.
You know, prophecy is gonna take place quick.
Can.
What the scripture says in Psalms that the triumph of the wicked is but for a moment, you know, a short time. So as the MOTB becomes mandatory and it start putting people to death, and brother sell not sister and sister sell not brother, and all these things, guess what? Quick. These prophecies gonna fulfill, and Yahweh Shai gonna crack them clouds, man. You know?
Can.
And come with them chariots to deliver his elect. Right?
The
You
next
got some
precept,
more?
yeah. This is verse 13. Say, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or who such is come near which is bitten? And who will pity what charmer? Like Esau, who will pity Esau? And that will show you how this man wicked. And this man looking to what take over Iran, but what it didn't succeed at what we planned and stuff like that. Because what the most I raised up for a little more cruel president in Iran and stuff like that. Show, hey, America, you gonna be taken down and stuff like that. You showing yourself strong. I can show you, hey, these small country gonna bring you down. And then we looking for it to see. Because when nobody pity America and stuff like that. And it's that we looking for to see it happen. They say, so that one that go to a sinner and is despised with him in his sin, who will pity him? And they'll show you who will pity them, because what? Iran and pitying America, they wanna make deals and stuff like that. So Iran depend on, hey, we gonna pity y'all and show you how much that we are doing. No. It's not so. Chaos and destruction. And though we're looking for it to see because all these things were prophecy to happen. And we see it happening. But it can get more bigger.
Yep. Let me just play this out of video.
Mhm.
And these are the next gas station, right? And this is the Philippines too. See how people line up, you know, and thousands. And this by they just doing this, guess what? That can cause one, the price of gas gonna go up again. Is one, and two, the little that it had not finished quick. So
Exactly.
it can be more in demand now, and that can cause what more chaos. It can cause famine. It can cause riots. It can cause uproar of the people, and all these things prophesied in the scriptures.
Can.
So I good. Let me just stop this here. Yeah, you could play it up. Let me just play it. You could read up.
Second Ezra 15 and verse 14, it says,
It's like yeah, and this is the time that we're living in the fulfillment of Second Ezra 15, Second Ezra 16, uh, Jeremiah 34, not Jeremiah 34, Isaiah 34, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, Joel 2, Joel 3. We're living in a time of prophecy.
That's right.
You know, and these these prophecies taking place so quick and so often. You know that if you only wink wink too wink too much, you would miss so much. And there's a lot of things that is going on too that is not being reported on,
That's right.
especially in the mainstream media. You got to look at these alternative news to understand what's going on. You know, hey, these TikTokers that is do these videos and things, they can start banning them and taking them off the internet too. Because right now in Israel, right, you can't they put a law that you can't video the destruction that's happening and post it on the internet. How Iran bombing them, you know? But yeah, if you can read up.
Second Ezra 15 and verse 14, it says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein,
Mm-hmm.
for the sword and their destruction draweth near.
The sword and their destruction right near the destruction of Esau Edom and these other nations too. Because even though all this infighting going on, guess what? They all gonna come together to push the MOTB. You know? They all gonna come together to push the MOTB. Go ahead.
It says, And one people shall stand up and fight against another,
Mm-hmm. We're
and
into
swords in their hands.
World War III, you know, and sedition among men. Go ahead.
It says, For there shall be sedition among men,
Mm-hmm.
and invading one another.
And invading one another for what the lack of bread, the lack of food, and this this coming. We seeing this coming. There are places where this happening already. Go ahead.
It says, They shall not regard the king nor the prince,
Mm-hmm.
and the cause of their action shall stand in their power.
Can the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Wherever the people feel is right, this is what they're gonna do because they're gonna take matters into their own hands. They're not gonna wait on the like how people are waiting for President Ali on cash grant and hey people gonna say hey people gonna start breaking in stores, breaking in places, looking for food, looking for gas, looking for ration. Go ahead, Ak.
It says, a man shall desire to go into a city
Intercity
and shall not be able.
and shall not be able because the city is what got the most chaos. The city is what got the most fighting and the most problem because in the city is where all the resources is.
Can.
So for going to the city now, you have to go through a checkpoints. You gotta pass the different checkpoints. You gotta show your ID, right? If the chip starts sharing by then, guess what? In order to go into the city, you don't have to get a chip because they have to track you. And then remember, the MOTB system is the only way that you'll be able to buy and sell. So if they say, well, hey, what happen? You have to buy your gas, but we ain't taking paper money anymore. Just take this chip and you got a digital currency on it, and you could come and get as much gas as you wish. So what I do is just like what that is do to the rappers. Pick up a young rapper, give you 1 week of fame, money, horse, taste the goodness, and then what? Take it for me. Take back everything and say, hey, what happened? Unless you sign this deal, ladies, you know what I mean? You could get to live up the life again, you know?
Yeah, but you gotta come to my demands.
Yeah. So when they take away these people ration, the gas, the food, and because people don't know about hard times. I listened to one video where they saying because the thing we got cook less because gas shortage you got cook less food don't have to cook on gas.
Exactly.
Food don't have to cook on gas.
And that will show you how these people depend upon what the system.
Depending on the system.
And they turn the place into a concrete jungle because what? When we used to go and pick up steak, cut and dry branch to make our fireside and stuff like that.
Coal pot, coals. You have to get gas stove for cook. And people so into this westernized system that they forget where they come from. They forget their roots. Look, years ago, every Elam house, you could find a fireside outside.
My brother, even yourself today, share one lighter and then kind of tell you if I put a man to start a fire without a lighter. You can't start a fire, my brother.
Hey, bad and terrible times coming. There's a saying that says, hard times breed strong men.
That's right.
Soft times breed weak men. These people right now, they're weak. If you take away toilet paper, gas, and transportation and internet, these people can bug the fuck out.
Number one, if you take away the internet, they can start to bug out. Not the gas one because what they could still home here.
Yeah.
But if you take away the internet from them, they go 1 day, 2 day, the third day they started tripping.
Yep. Continue on.
Then it says, for because of their pride,
boy,
the city shall be troubled,
mm-hmm.
the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yep. Read a little bit more.
Then it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
A man shall have no pity upon the neighbor. I know if you have already see the Netflix series Leave the World Behind.
No, I never watched
Well,
it.
in a scene in Leave the World Behind, they had two friends that they were friends, and one of the friends was a prepper, meaning he was preparing for what can come down.
Mm-hmm.
And he was warning his friend about things were coming down and things. But anyway, the friend needed some resources, and he remember, hey, my friend was living in the house that got resources, and when he go, man dry gun pon him, right? Man tell you, he stand at the gate. Man said the world is not how it was a couple hours ago. A
Exactly.
lot, a lot has changed, and the man dry gun, boy. Tell you, hey, been use friend, but you can't come in here for nothing. Me resources is me resources. You gotta go and find new resources.
Because you was prepping and this truth is so we are prepping with all this truth is so.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Say a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
With the sword, you
and,
know.
and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Mm-hmm. So the lack of bread and great tribulation, you know, is coming. Is I can't say it's coming. Is here, but it's just for it to keep ramping up. We are in the time of Jacob's trouble, and things is going to get worse. Things is going to get worse. I know you got an precept.
Yeah, I get precept. So there's Sirach chapter 12 and verse 16 say, an enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagine how to throw thee into pit and thou Esau is. Because just like how Trump he trying to speak sweetly to Iran, say hey, let me cut a deal and stuff like that. But what they still imagine how to throw Iran into war, chaos, destruction, how to bring them down and stuff like that. Not to cut a deal at what Iran think they want to do.
And it's not only Iran, you know, it's all over.
That's right.
It's all over. So this man looking to get world dominance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on a high scale. He must be the one controlling everything. The scripture says in Isaiah chapter 14, he seated in the seat of God, thinking himself to to be a God, and there's a mentality that the elites in, that they must be the one controlling every single thing, hearing everything, seeing everything. Imagine Iran got their own sovereign country, but they got satellites watching them from up top for seeing if they're moving too much of this, if too much of trucks going the way. Hey, come out to the people business. This is why the scripture says he never keep his foot at home. He always in some fucking body business.
That's right.
And this how the Edomites is. You know? I got one more video and then we can get some other precepts, right? I'm gonna play this one.
Lockdown is being introduced around the world.
So it says new global lockdown has just begun. Energy lockdown.
Is that a lot of countries are now putting in measures like you should only work from home. You should only leave your house for essential travel. Airlines are also cutting their flights. American Airlines have just dropped their flights by 5% this week. Now, energy prices are going up, and it's going to become a situation where some people actually cannot afford to leave the house because energy prices are so high. If you go to your local petrol station right now, the prices are already up, and the full effect hasn't even hit yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, the work from home...
You see, the full effect of the crisis between the full effect of the war between America and Iran, it isn't really felt yet. But certain countries that depending on oil, on gas, guess what? They don't start feeling the lash.
That's right.
And it's only going to get worse. Even if the war stop, guess what? A lot of oil refineries and a lot of ships and a lot of places that they go and get gas and oil was bombed. So it got to take time to rebuild. But guess what? We need time. The, the scripture says read Ecclesiastes 3:1.
Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 1, it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose
And
under the heaven.
And there's the point. There's a time and a season, a purpose to everything under heaven. We living in a time of war. We're not living in a time of peace. We live in a time of chaos, of destruction, of great depth, of great mourning, of great sorrow. There's not time for happiness and lolly dally and picnics and long walk in the beach holding hand in hand. I love you and no, we living in serious times. And right here in second Ezra, it says, in these troubles be ye as pilgrims on the earth. And this is how bad this place can get that you and God will be living as a pilgrim on the earth. Because sometimes, here might be peaceful and nice just for a day or two. Guess what? Tomorrow you got bombs and me and gossip because what trouble coming here. So the most I don't put it in your spirit, move from point A, go to point B, rest down at point B. After that, go to point C, and you gotta keep moving, cause this is Jacob's trouble, and it's only going to get worse. You got anything up?
Yeah, let me finish also.
Go ahead.
Is going back to second Sirach chapter 12 and verse 16. It says, an enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagine how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And I will show you, you are looking for opportunity for what? Forget at you in all different way. Are the best that he could get, how he could get for destroy you in any means.
Yep.
Going on more, I say, yeah, but he will find opportunity. Yeah, he will not be satisfied with blood. And those show you he wouldn't be what satisfied with blood. He say, if adversary come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and through he will pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And though this man always do, he always undermining you. Even self, you might think, hey, this man helping you, but he not helping you. You looking away to what?
He helping himself.
Destroy you. He come and show you, hey, I can help you, I can do this, but what? Destroy you. Just like what is country name again? Cuba. Is Cuba? Is Cuba the blackout?
Yeah, Cuba.
Yeah, that will show you he trying to say, hey, he gonna make Cuba great again, but what he undermining Cuba and stuff like that. So this man not man to what trusted to do anything, because what right now the people in war, in distress, in Philippines, in Cuba, other country now, to Venezuela and stuff like that, because right now they controlling Venezuela, but what Venezuela can't get up on its foot. People still fleeing Venezuela a lot.
Yep. So anyway, with that, just want to give all praises and I'm going to
Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, Basham Rakakadash.
Double honors the apostles and elders of GMS Great Stone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutation to all you brothers in the four corners of the earth that's pushing forward in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. Until next time.
Shalom.